Psst. You. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Are you tired of the same old podcast with the same old panels and the same old rhetoric? So am I. So come spend time with me, where you can have a laugh, be entertained, and learn something. I'm your host, Nova, and welcome to School of Thought. Class is in session. Why, hello, class. How is everybody? Let's check out who is all inside of the chat and say a little bit of a hello. Hello out there. We've got Romano and more should be coming in shortly. So, hello, School of Thought and all the bodies out there today on another Monday evening. Getting close to my favorite holiday of the year, which is Halloween. And we've got an interesting video for you today. Something for entertainment, a little less on the serious side today. Why? Because plastic surgery is all over the place. Matter of fact, I keep looking at some of these broads walking around and how the hell do they afford that? The lips done, the nose done. They've got, and I know how much all this shit costs. They've got their boobs done, they got their booties done, the BBLs. Goodness, how are some of these ladies able to afford this? And as I have a malfunction with my hair. Anyways, let's put these things on. And we've got from the THPP network about Kim Kardashian, and her BBL. Apparently she's getting made fun of. Hey, guys. I have the date as the 29th. I didn't pick the date. I'm sorry. I messed the date up. I did not notice because it has a preset date. So I did not notice that it had the wrong date. So we'll fix it later. So Corey Holcomb destroys Kim Kardashian for having a struggle with her BBL. Now, has anybody ever watched her when she's not posing in full wardrobe? I've seen her walking around. I've also seen her do like some kind of BS wannabe little marathon where she's jumping up and down and stuff like that. And whatever they did and they put back there, and it ain't looking all that great, moves and has a life all of its own, and you can tell the separation inside of BBL. Did you know that? Have you ever paid attention? If you haven't, I encourage you to go pull up some old footage of her. I can obviously tell from before when she had her secret marriage to a music producer all the way back then, before she had all that extra work done, and then right afterwards when she started getting all that work done. It's massive change, like she was full blown wanting to have the ghetto booty. Nothing wrong with a little bit of ghetto booty, but I think you should be like, if you're born with it, just stick with it a little bit more. If you don't got it, why are you paying for it? I don't really quite understand why all of this plastic surgery is turning into a major must. But it seems to be in demand. And I'm going to say something very unpopular. Women, unfortunately, we have a propensity to want to be overly pleasing, right? We want to be every type of guy's, if at all possible, obsession. The problem with doing that is you're constantly running around trying to meet unrealistic expectations. Yes, I said unrealistic expectations. Because you're never going to be everybody's obsession, and you're never going to be full on plastic. Body's constantly evolving and changing and aging, and all those things take a factor, right? So why are we trying to achieve the absolute unachievable, which is to be completely unrealistic and fake looking, and I think it's kind of disturbing, to be quite frank. Let's turn down that music. I'm noticing it's a little bit on the loud side. Whoopsie. Where's my executive producer? He's slacking. Get your booty over here. Anyway, let's check out also who's in the chat again. Yes, thank you, Uncle Guns. Tip the delightful dancer. Speaking of tips, we do not here at School of Thought beg. However, if you are inclined and feel like you would like to drop a donation, it will be very much appreciated. I am trying to update the camera because the camera is kind of old and it's a little on the blurry side, as well as get proper lighting and stuff like that. I already dropped the initial costs on the mics and the boomsticks and the mixing board, and I'm saving up for the rest. Until then, it's going to have to wait. If you don't mind and work with me, that would be absolutely wonderful. I appreciate any help and any patience. The new camera will be coming hopefully soon. Anyways, let's take a look at the unattainable that now everybody seems to be making fun of. It used to be, oh, this looks so great and that looks so great, and I don't think any of it looks all that great. But some people seem to think so. Matter of fact, it used to be natural larger, let's just say natural larger. If you're inclined towards natural larger bust line, okay, this would be for you, right? They used to say a natural bust line that was larger was great. Now you can have a large natural bust line, and if they're not fake, they're no longer desirable. Who do we blame? Who do I blame? Do I blame the dudes who are into that? Or do I blame the prawn that they're watching that makes them think that this is all normal? I don't know who to blame right now. But in the meantime, let's take a look from our buddies at THPP Network and see what they've got to say about it all and have a little fun.
This conversation needs to be had. Kim Kardashian is responsible for impacting the look for what we deem or women deem as, oh, I want my body to look like this.
The bitch look ridiculous now.
No. But the reality is, when we're talking about impact, call her or call it whatever you want. The impact is there was not a lot of people who looked like her that everybody wanted to look like. When you look at her sister Kylie, when you look at the BBL epidemic, it is in large part impacted because of Kim Kardashian. As one of the founding fathers of this thing where I want that Kim K look.
Kim Kardashian and her family have negatively impacted so many women in this.
I will agree with the negative impact. Now let's say hello to the chat again. Beetle Bay, Big Red, baby. How you doing? Good to see you here again. Trippy Cast, always welcome. And P. Fletch, my homie. Oh, and Romano again, and Uncle Guns. Yes, Kim Kardashian had a massive effect, but she wasn't the only one. About the same time, actually before her, Little Kim and stuff started getting a whole lot of work done. I will say, and she wasn't the only one either, I will say that she definitely made it way more acceptable. But you know who started off having a big ass? I think I could say big ass on YouTube. I think made it far more acceptable, which was J-Lo. She's the actual one who got it started, but she didn't start off with a BBL. If anything, she's had a reduction. Most people wouldn't know that because you'd be used to seeing her right now in her 50s, right? With all the extra plastic surgery, the minor nose job, a little bit of the nip and the tuck, and lots of liposuction. She's had a lot of liposuction, and quite frankly, I don't blame her. Now, let's see what else they've got to say.
World is ridiculous.
Do you ever get weirded out or freaked out when people get plastic surgery to look like you?
That's more a you question.
Yeah. I mean, people want to look like her most. From what I see online, I always see people say, I got 100K in surgery to look like Kim K.
Miami cosmetic surgeon Dr. Constantino Mendieta says he's seen an 85% increased demand for butt lift surgery, all due to Kim Kardashian.
Who has more influence? T.I., who has talent, or Kim Kardashian?
Kim Kardashian, but her influence is predominantly over what I would say is extremely young females who think that's normal look and want to achieve that normal look. That's where the demographic is really hitting, is mostly with the youth. Now, see, back in the day when Kim Kardashian was first coming out, now she's always been part of the circle of, say, Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, okay, the singer Richie, Lionel Richie, the adopted daughter and stuff like that. So they were always hanging out during that time frame. When I was hanging around and out and about quite a bit, the paparazzi, they were constantly calling the paparazzi just to get her started, and she would be hitting all of the allegedly, my opinion, not really, I was there for a lot of it. However, we'll just say it's my opinion that she was hitting all of the coke clubs back in Hollywood and stuff, okay, because they live they live further up past that, which, you know, Calabasas and whatnot. I don't know that they all live there anymore, but that's where they were at the time. A lot of people have speculated. I have had work done. I absolutely had zero work done. If anything, I've had orthoscopic surgery for when I blew out my knee as a professional dancer. But I haven't had any work done past that. Would I like to get some done? Yeah, why not?
Every time Kim Kardashian is on the TV, I change that. I don't know what I'll be like, oh, that is right there. I changed the channel. I don't know what she's talking about. So if she doing something influential nowadays, I'm missing it because I'll be like, oh, that's the right there. So that might be me. But that out there in the game, boy, I'm here to tell you, I don't care what she is. I'm just saying. Do you know her and her mama do the same thing?
But you're not answering the question.
Okay, what question didn't I answer?
Who has more influence, T.I. or Kim Kardashian?
T.I. got more influence to me. That's all I'm saying. I would listen to him if he talked.
Yes, sir.
If Miss Kardashian was talking, I'd be like, how much to get that? That's all I need.
I don't know if I'd listen to either one of them.
No, right now.
Listen.
You talking about
buyer beware.
People who watch her are unfortunately the young that are influenced by that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tragedy that she has relevance in anybody's eyes.
Even without my makeup, surprisingly, people think I'm Kim K.
The social media influencer and OnlyFans model emulated the reality star.
Definitely do my face injections and Botox. I've done my breasts actually twice. So total in surgeries, I would say 30,000.
Total in surgeries, I'd say 30,000. She couldn't even open her mouth. Get your money back.
According to her family, the social media influencer died following surgery, alleging that the cosmetic procedure led to her death.
A lot of people...
My condolences to her family. I didn't know that happened. Sorry.
See how I use an ad blocker. Very mindful, very demure.
Blockers.
I'm not watching ads like the rest of you. But when I do...
really think I'm Kim K.
Christina Ashton
Orkani,
a model best known as a Kim Kardashian lookalike on Instagram, has died. She was 34 years old.
They're going to say, okay, boom, I want my hips, I want this, I want that. This was something that people wanted to look like. So when you're talking about impact, yeah, morally, was it right for her to come on the scenes doing what she's doing? No, but that's not to negate the impact that she's had in society today.
First, we got Miss Mulatto. This is her before body surgery. And this is her after. You can always...
She looked cuter before the damn surgery. Can anybody in the chat tell me if I'm wrong? I'm assuming they're going to show a couple other girls, right? Can you let me know? Do you think those broads looked cuter before or after? Just right before and then after, if you agree or disagree.
It's held by the hips and the belly button.
Y'all see Cardi, she got a big BBL. And this Cardi before the BBL, she looked like she was a very athletic woman.
JT from the City Girls, this is her before. This is her after, okay? Here's Miss Miami before, and this is her after.
Well, I can't blame her. I mean, she's skinnier. but I don't like the hips, the fake hips. It looks really weird.
Look at the waist. Notch. Cash doll before surgery, and this is her after. Voila. Next, we got Asian doll. This is her before, and this is her after. Queen Naija before. This is her after. Next, we got Iggy. This is her before. Wow. What a huge difference. Look at the shape. Next, we got Black China. This is her before. She already had a figure. This is her now. Wow.
Damn. That's a profile. Look at that booty profile. Could you imagine trying to find clothes to fit that thing? Now, see, when I was in my absolute peak of way less than, I was probably like 8% body fat, you know, I was ripped everywhere. My ass was kind of like that, but I had such a skinny ass waist, and then trying to find pants. Let me tell you something, trying to find pants when you've got a butt, no waist, and you got a little bit of thigh because you do so many sports, you know, it's like trying to find a shirt that's not ginormous everywhere, but it fits in your boobs. It ain't happening. I'm telling you right now. Everything better be custom.
Wow, marvelous. You did too much. You did too much.
Next we got SZA, but what I like about her, she don't try to hide the fact that she got a BBL. She literally got her pictures up before she got the BBL. You see, she had the nice petite body. I love women with these type of bodies. Because I take this over this. And there ain't nothing wrong with this because some women are built naturally like this. And I love this type of look. But if you had a petite build, you should just stay with your petite build because that's good too.
If you find your queen and
I agree with him. If you've already petite, don't mess about. Just keep it as it is. Be you.
He looks good, that's a blessing. But your queen should be chosen not by looks, by the quality of who she is. So all these girls with BBLs, yeah, you marry a girl with a BBL.
That looks horribly disproportionate. Did you guys see them skinny ass legs and them wide ass hips? It's almost like a box shape.
Something wrong with it. I know a lot of people who tried it. It don't never work because you're marrying somebody with a mental issue.
You've never nobody with a BBL.
Yes, I have a girl with a BBL.
Okay, so I'm giving you this from the narrative of what I've seen from Dr. Umar.
I like the dress.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
He said in large part, women are getting these additives to their body. I'm paraphrasing here because that's what men want.
If a man told a girl, hey, you know what? I need to get you a BBL. He don't like you.
Listen, no disrespect to women who want to do that. And
all
whatever.
Disrespect to women.
But I don't know. To me, it gives.
Disrespect.
It gives prosthetic limb vibes to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like weird. Like a monkey got a hook on it. It's like you don't want to touch it. It's like, damn, that's kind of crazy.
So they're just trying to be sought after by a man because if you want a fat ass, if you want perky breasts, if you want, you know, good teeth or certain things that they don't have the time, discipline, or effort to get it naturally. So they want instant gratification. So how do you get mad at a woman for wanting that, but that's something that you are also attracted to?
So
this
kind of...
he just called them all out. He's calling them hypocrites. Do they even know it? You're seeking broads out who look like that, and then you get turned around and go, oh, well, you being a an HOE because you want to go and look that way. Well, like I said, women have what is called a pleasing nature. We want to please the men that we are around. The problem with doing such is then we lose sight of what we shouldn't be doing, and which is giving in to all these weird ass whims and notions. And then the next thing you know, our asses are like the size of a truck. Okay.
Attracting power that you have, you can draw a man to you, but you can't keep him.
I'm here to tell you, if you walking around here with a body that's superficial, you're going to get superficial results. I promise you're going to get superficial results.
You make him feel good for the moment, but you can't cook. In the old days, they used to say, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Not today.
Make him a meatloaf, ladies, with some mashed potatoes and some homemade gravy, and he'll love you forever. I can do it from scratch. Damn straight. Let's go.
I ain't gonna tell you what's the way to his heart. You already know you're showing him the way.
So, okay, I had the girl. She got the BBL. I was there for her when she got off the plane. I nurtured her until the blood stopped coming out of her. I was there for her. And in the end, it looked good. But it looked good for not for keeping and creating a legacy with and trying to be with you. I'm not trying to be with you.
Oh, did you hear the key word? Creating a legacy with you. Interesting, considering in many of the men's spaces, I don't ever hear them say anything about building anything with you per se. Has this man been listening to me? I've said many, many times, gentlemen, your legacy isn't what you've built, isn't how much money that you've made, because trust me, by the time that second set of grandchildren come around, most of it's going to be gone, if not already. Your legacy is always going to be who you love and who's loved you back and the children who look up to you. That's all you've got.
I'm trying to you and give you a couple of dollars because I know what to keep you around.
Once you get a BBL, in my opinion, you're automatically disqualified from ever reaching wifey status.
How?
I'm about to tell you. You are a lifetime rental. You are a rental car now. You are literally a rental, right? We treat women with BBLs like rental cars. Hop in them, max them out, pedal to the metal, right?
Right.
We put all the miles on it that we can. We in the street doing donuts. We doing.
If you went and got a BBL, it's because you don't have the confidence to face the world as you are.
That boy is good.
You're just not for a man who is really trying to make sure his legacy with a woman is something that is not trendy.
Church.
I don't want you to be a trendy thing in my life. If I'm looking for somebody that is going to be the mainstay, it's probably not going to be a woman with a BBL. Because I know that's mental illness to let somebody crack your open, put some Air Jordan up in there, and sew it back up. That is not a mentally stable woman. BBL's crazy than, but you can.
This is really pretty. This is the couch that starts at $639.
Anybody who
actually
cuts
blown
on
away because
themselves
this is
all the time
way more comfortable than I thought it was going to.
Come all day long.
I could be wrong, but I would think anybody who's constantly cutting on themselves has an issue. So I would agree with that one.
I like looking at BBL when they wash up in the sink.
While we're on the topic of cosmetic surgery, I want to say a couple things about the ever popular surgery, the Brazilian butt lift. The BBL procedure has been around for decades, but I've really seen it become extremely popular within the last 5 to 7 years, around the time after the Kardashians popped out with their BBLs.
But in the old days, every girl, no matter whether she's going to be a professional or not, she had to learn how to make a home. Because your happiness is not in the office, your happiness is at home.
Hey Grover, THPP Network in the house.
plan to get,
we welcome you back
not
here
the
at
plan to
School
get
of
cut.
Thought. It's good to see you again.
A woman who walking around superficial, I don't think she can get a man who is intelligent and out here doing what he's supposed to do, living his reality, living his real. You're not gonna get that man. You're gonna get that man that's looking for something.
Is that her doppelganger?
There's not a lot of places where it's accepted for you to show up voluptuous.
The Kardashians have never been very honest about the work that they have had done to their bodies, but it was very obvious that there was a big difference from this Kim to this Kim. Obviously, Kim had gotten a BBL,
No pun
and
intended.
every Instagram model and their mother was ready to go under the knife to get this perfect body.
Get unready with me while I talk about how being gifted a BBL for my 16th birthday ruined my life. I had...
At 16, your body's not even done developing. She's already a big girl. She's already going to be a big girl. Okay. She's already going to be a big girl, so what does she need more of that for? Holy cow, girl! By the time you're 25, your hips are going to widen some more. You sure you want to do that?
8 procedures by the time I was 21. Starting at such a young age with the plastic surgery and seeing like how easy it was to just go make all these alterations to your body, I started to see more and more flaws in myself. And I started to want to correct these flaws. At 16, my body was still developing. You know what I mean? Like, it was nowhere near its full, you know, I was still developing. I'm 16 years old. I highly, highly regret it. I don't recommend plastic surgery to anyone.
It's ridiculous. And you would never hear this on ESPN because that's how they want you to look. They want you to look like a goddamn fool with all that shit on you where you just don't look right. You look like something that's put together to be instead of something that's put together to be cuffed and loved and be with forever. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, Cam, I get what you're saying. Her impact, you can't deny it, but it's a negative impact. And somebody got to say it.
Yes, sir.
Them things, I'm just getting it to you. I might not be liked by a lot of people for what I'm saying right now, but the people that count, they're going to be like, he making a point.
Greetings, you polite savages.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. The only thing we can do is guarantee to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Let's go. The truth spares no feelings, no emotions, and does not play fake.
Barry Geekler says, I mean, come on, look what the Kardashians did to Bruce. I understand that being around the Kardashians would drive any person out of their mind. I get it. But Bruce always had a problem. Okay, that didn't just happen overnight. Matter of fact, there were reports where he wanted to do what he was already doing and to be left alone about it. And he actually blamed her, his then wife. What was her name again? Anyway, blamed her and said, well, if you would have just let me just do this, then I wouldn't have went as extreme with it as I did. But, you know, as a wife and as a woman, even though she's basically almost the devil incarnate, could you stand back and handle it? I don't think I could either.
Favorites in a lot of ways. Comedian Corey
Yes,
Holcomb
Chris,
was on Cam
thank
Newton's
you,
Funky
Romano.
Friday
Yes, Chris.
podcast. And amongst many topics that came up was, of course, the BBL. Now, men have been saying for a long time that they don't really like BBLs, but they treat them like rent.
See? Oops. See, he at the THPP network, Grover, just confirmed what I said too. Bruce always smuggles sausage. I lie not.
You know, temporary fun time, but
Thank
not
you,
for
Grover.
a long time. And ladies have a hard time distinguishing between relationship attention and sexual attention. But what a lot of these ladies don't realize is that the moment you go under the knife and get those bolt-ons and handsmiths, a guy's just there to spin the block on you a couple of times. He's not looking for a long-term thing. I'm sorry, ladies, the truth is the truth. Because he can't have you at the boardroom with that dunk-a-dunk swinging around, knocking over glasses, looking like a straight-up fool.
I like short 1980s European cut shorts on men. Don't knock it, Barry. Put them legs in there. Show them off.
All that donkey and no place to put it. It looks unnatural and everybody's staring, making this man look like a fool because you're representing him. Just like when he's out with you, he's representing you.
Let me get my measuring tape out. That looked like it was a good, 45 inches across? Just the hip alone. Doink.
The homie Willie D called those women. He said they got to be ready for the show. The show is when you walking with me. You got to be ready for the show at all times. If you ain't ready for the show, I can't use you like you want to be used. A woman who's ready for the show, who can go to, you know, this and that.
The sad part is that you really think it's that easy. Just go on and get the operation. Fly on down to the Dominican Republic. Get that booty wide open and let them stuff it up, flip it up, zip it up, and send you on home. And yes, magically, Mr. Magical's gonna ride in on his white horse and save the day. Come on now, we gotta be logical. That man was really gonna go towards you, gravitate towards you, get you. He would have already been on you, BBL or not, because you're the first ones to say, how does ugly lady get this man? Well, it's probably something more than looks, you know what I mean? Because the secret is, a lot of times what looks good to you ain't good to you.
Who has more influence, T.I. or Kim Kardashian?
T.I. got more influence to me. That's all I'm saying. I would listen.
That's because he's a man, so of course he's going to say that. He's never going to say a woman has more influence over him. He's always going to say it's another dude. So, and that's pretty understandable. I get that. Yeah.
Listen to him if he talk. If Miss Kardashian was talking, I'd be like, how much to get that? That's all I need to know right now.
Listen.
This bust down for the game. That's all she did. And because of her connections with her mama, they able to stay relevant. What is Kim Kardashian finna do that's talented? Everything they doing is a play.
I have a confession to make.
Nice to see you again, Joe. We're glad to have you here. I'm just going to put that on mute because, I have to make enough money to get out of all these commercials for you guys soon.
Politics and stuff like that because they're trying to stay relevant and keep that name in the air. But I don't see no talent from Kim Kardashian, but maybe she's talented in bed or something. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
Oh, mercy.
What has she done with?
Not according to that fake porn she put out. I don't think so.
You would be like, oh, here's Kim Kardashian. Let me watch her.
Cam Newton is doing his damnedest, contentiously, stopping Corey Holcomb from derailing the show into the 5150 show, exposing the final boss alpha. The kind of talent that Kim Kardashian has, we already see that lackluster performance she had with Ray J. Trust me, I was severely disappointed. But even with that piss poor performance, we know it's a people in the background, just like her mother, Chris.
See Chris's nose job? Anybody ever notice that? She also had her earlobes done and, facelift and all that stuff. Looks like she's done her neck. I mean, she looks pretty good for what? Is she in her 60s? Going up in her 70s now? It's pretty good, yeah.
Kris Jenner, the original THOT, out there teaching her different plays that Kim Kardashian can be running on your favorite athlete.
People need to stop hating on Kim Kardashian's success and saying things like, she's only famous for a sex tape. Okay, fine, true. Have you ever turned a job into $1 billion? I haven't. I've only turned it into funny stories at brunch. Well, sad stories. Or what everyone also says is, she doesn't have any talent. Well, neither do you. Are you a billionaire? I have talent. Okay, are you a billionaire? You should absolutely be a billionaire then, if you have so much more talent than this woman. Or wait a minute, are you saying that talent actually has nothing to do with how successful you are? Based on your own outcomes? You push back on some of these arguments and they fall apart almost immediately.
And that's before OnlyFans. That's pretty impressive, no lie. But the market was also more open for all that type of stuff. And these people already come from people that they already know, who's already in the industry. So, it ain't that hard for them.
See the average bougie babe, especially on them dating apps, emulating the tactics, the style, running the same plays like Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian is the modern woman's playbook for the bougie babe. She's got the blueprint, she's got the plays. Using the not so secret ingredient. And securing the bag is getting them injections into her booty, enhancing them breasts.
Implant, honey, not injections. It's an implant, 2 of them.
Sucking out the fat here or there, transferring it from one place to the next. With the vaginal rejuvenations, the booty plumping, puff up them lips to be them DSLs, ready to deliver a girlfriend experience.
Pucker up, buttercup.
To the unsuspecting dude. Then you're that much closer to getting what you want. Another hapless victim, a hapless simp, to ready to do stepdaddy duty.
And listen, true alpha females will look at a woman who makes them jealous and they recognize jealousy as a signal to get closer to that person, not to tear her down. It is an opportunity to get curious and not furious. Learn her methods, take them for yourself.
But Kim Kardashian...
Yeah, that's more of a power move in general. I don't want anything she's got. No, thank you.
has influenced even the 304 rappers, with every one of them getting them BBL injections, reshaping their face, to getting them tummy tucks.
Holy crap.
Pumping
That's
up
some
them
big ol'
service
lips.
sucking lips. These new age succubists got the memo. And whether it's the 304 rapper or the bougie babe like Lori Harvey, it
Holy
don't
cow.
matter the color, creed, or race. What it really matters is the same modern woman ethos running on autoplay. Kim Kardashian is the archetype. What she represents to these ladies is exactly how they want to live their lives, in emulation, mimicry,
No.
of all the things that Kim Kardashian has done.
In this situation, when you're asking a
Maybe the superficial biatch is out there. Absolutely. But some of us, I'll take the money and run, but I don't need all that extra crap to make me happy.
question, who has more influence? I would have to say Kim Kardashian has more influence than T.I.
That's unfortunate. If it is a fact that Kim Kardashian has more influence than a man who sold millions of albums of what he said, that's a goddamn shame. Kim Kardashian ain't talking about shit. It's hustling. Everything she do is a calculated move that is allowed. So if you're listening to her, you're being misled.
If slutting it out and making a prawn take, well, these ladies got no shame and willing to do the same thing, to live a life of luxury, dating every star and having them summer flings. To these ladies here, the hot girl summer is eternal. Kim Kardashian represents the life that these ladies believe they should be living. It's hypergamy in action in the bougie hoe fashion. What's better than being a promoter of a whole culture when you're the one that's able to capitalize, serving up the special starfish sushi, parlaying into no shame for more fame.
She has not proven herself to be anything that is moral and stand up, where you can be like, here go Kim, let's see what she's talking about. I'm saying, like, what has she done to earn the respect to have more influence than somebody who sold millions of albums?
Let's address TrippyCast questions. Wait, Star, I thought butts got injections because the implants don't work well. No, actually, the implants work better. You could do injections. The injections are actually, if you want me to tell you what it is, it's Sculptra. In large, copious amounts, it would be Sculptra. And then, because that's a skin thickener also. And then you also have fat transfer. But fat transfers leave about probably 30% leave after it's been injected into the body, because the body is, eating things off. So 30% of whatever you inject in there, fat-wise, is going to be gone within months. So if you ever decide to do something, even with a facelift, there you go. You heard it here first.
What he's saying. Kim Kardashian having influence is a perfect example of why this world ain't shit. Especially this Western world, it ain't shit.
That's all I got for you, polite savages.
Hey, Shrapnel, nice to see you. And now THPP Network with Grover. Video is now done. Let's close that window and then start to wrapping this up here shortly. So, does anybody agree with him that Kardashian has been more of an influence than the rapper that they've mentioned? I would probably venture to say what I started off with, which is yes, because you have more of the youth who's looking up to them. Any of us who come up around the same time as her, we aren't going to pay no attention to her. It's the kids, and that's who they're constantly selling to, and they're constantly marketing to, is the preteens, the teens, and the college. Because at past college, you start doing your own thing. Hopefully, you develop your own sense of self and your own thought process instead of being led by the crowd. But we all know that's not necessarily the truth. Let's see what the rest of the chat is saying, and then we might actually go live again and go vertical. So stay tuned. We're going to do a little test here at School of Thought. Let's see. Romano says, even the name, look at it. Plus, again, back to, gosh, let's not talk about Orenthal right now. Shall we not do that? I don't want any issues. Let's see. Uncle Gunn says, do yourself a huge favor. I agree with him. And subscribe today to THPP Network. There's his link right here for everybody. Go take a look at him. We are plodding him on with his new studio and his new network. Everything is going great for him. And let's see, Shrapnel says, hello, good walking again. Let's see. I fed my baby mama some great pork chops, taters, and asparagus tonight. Our kiddo is going to be awesome. Yes, more protein, the better. Very. Protein, protein, protein. Keep her away from too much sugar. You heard it here first. Pregnant ladies, stay away from too much sugar and too many carbs. Protein that thing up. Baby needs it, you need it, and you won't get to be the size of a house. You'll thank me later. Anyways, it's now 11:36. We have been streaming for about an hour, and we're probably going to do something again in a few minutes right after this, so stay tuned. Anyways, tonight at Monday, getting close to the bewitching hour and getting closer to my holiday, Halloween. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye.